It's day 3 for the Fall of Winterhome, and it's time to choose the route our city will take in its purpose. So without further ado, let's get started. Here's what we'll do today. 1. Continue to clear the ruins. 2. Expand our wood and coal production. And 3. Continue to reconstruct the city. As the workday starts, we decide to leave overdrive on for the time being. We're dangerously low on coal, but the outpost delivery is a little over 2 hours away. We'll be cutting it very close, but I think we'll make it. Our efforts from the first 2 days have paid off as we've completed half of the objectives in Phase 1. The generator is on, and we've reduced the discontent below 25%. Meanwhile, we're steadily making progress in city cleanup, and we'll continue on our gathering post strategy throughout the morning. At 9:45 AM, the coal from the outpost arrives, avoiding a generator shutdown. At 11 AM, we go the faith route and enact the House of Prayer law. The sooner we decide on our purpose, the sooner we can benefit from the perks and unlocking the other laws. The Faith track provides a large number of hope bonuses that can help us in fulfilling our third objective of raising hope above 50%. Beyond this, it will also help in crowd control, as we can reduce discontent with higher tier laws later. While we're really tempted to slap down the 2 houses of prayer immediately, it's worth stepping back and putting in some paths and planning out the maximum coverage for when we finish the inner ring. After some thought, we place down the first house of prayer near the first group of tents that we'll be placing later. At this point, our first gathering post that replaced the snow pit has been depleted, and we tear it down. This will free up the space for other buildings and restructuring. After that, we continue placing tents down near the first house of prayer. We also continue to build out our food gathering infrastructure. At around 2 PM, we complete our second scout research. However, we still have one more house of prayer to place before we complete the objective and receive that hope boost. Since we're focused on maximum coverage in the inner rings, we need to remove some buildings that just don't make sense there. To that end, the Hunter's Hut and the Fighting Arena are scheduled for demolition. Now that we're done with that, let's turn our attention to the next research project. We're going to research steam steelworks, as we need to maximize steel production if we want to save the maximum number of people in the scenario. Around this time, one of our gathering posts is completed, so we staff and heat the new building. We'll also do a quick scan of some of the tents in the outer areas and start removing them as the new tents are completed. We also have a second gathering post that is done. While we wait for more spots to open up as the ruins are cleared, it's a good idea to look around and plan ahead on any future building placement. In this case, we're considering another workshop. At around 2:30 in the afternoon, we place another gathering post. During this time, we also send workers to directly clear out the ruins to rescue the people inside, as there aren't many resources left here. Again, you'll want to periodically check your economy screen to see how things are going. As you can see here, we have a coal surplus, which means we're on the right track. The generator is just about halfway to maximum stress, and we'll continue to keep an eye on it. In the meantime, we have to fill in the inner rings with tents. At around 4:30 in the afternoon, the gathering post near the steelworks is completed, so we get it up and running. We're on our way towards clearing the second steelwork site. It's at this point that we also managed to save the child that was trapped in the ruins. We get a hope boost, as well as another person in the workforce as a result. After this, we continue on with our gathering post strategy. Towards the end of the workday, we start construction on a steam hub near the coal patches. We'll be building more coal mines here soon, so we need to provide the workers with heat. At 5 PM, one of our sawmills is depleted and our scouts have reached the storm shelter. You can decide how you want to handle the engineers here. I decided to leave them. For now, our scouts continue on towards the iron deposit. Immediately after this, we achieve the third objective for this phase. Shortly afterward, we get another gathering post online. We'll also start building another resource depot as our wood storage capacity needs to be increased. While we're at it, let's start taking down another tent. At 6 PM, we assign workers to our new Flying Hunter building, as well as to the gathering post that was just completed. Not long after, we place down our second house of prayer. The benefits of having them around will be evident soon. Since we have so much wood, we can afford to use some of it to start building real houses. It's only going to get colder, and we'll need to keep up with the falling temperatures if we're going to maintain our deathless run. Our second hangar for the Flying Hunters is completed at around 9:45, so we get it up and running as well. Speaking of which, we might as well upgrade another hunter's hut. Doing so will not only reduce the number of hunters needed, but it'll also boost the amount of food that we get. We expand our wood storage capacity when the new depot is completed at around 11 PM. At this point, we're going to take a small gamble and assign workers to directly clear the ruins around the coal. To do this safely though, we'll have to put in an additional steam hub in that area. The generator reaches critical stress levels at around 1:30 in the morning, so we'll have to turn off overdrive for the night. Instead, we'll switch gears and increase the steam level. To do this without losing heat, wait until the steam level reaches the next stage before shutting off the overdrive. In the early morning hours, we start focusing on completing the final objective and hold a sermon in the houses of prayer. We're a little over halfway to raising our hope to the 50% mark. Towards 4 AM, we place 2 more gathering posts near the coal posits so that we can further accelerate clearing that area. We have to adjust the operation time for the newly finished steam hub as well. At 5 AM, we also finally bring our wall drill online. So at the end of day 3, most of the ruins are removed, we now have enough coal and wood for the moment, and hope is steadily rising in the city. However, we're now completely out of food, and are in a deficit when it comes to getting enough for the city. We'll most likely be placing a lot more hangars in the newly cleared areas tomorrow. Find out if we manage to make enough food for everyone in the next day. This is Fat Beats, signing out.